Yeah, good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning. Now our new topic called classes. Test dot py. Okay. Uh, Here the topic name called class or classes. Okay, class. First of all, when we want to create, when we want to create the objects, we use a class. Okay, class. Okay, everything in Python called objects. Okay, everything in Python called as objects. So how we are saying, if you check for a data type of anything, it will show like a class after that data type, right? So, so here we use classes for creating objects. Okay, class is a blueprint for the object. Okay, now syntax. Syntax. Class is a keyword, guys. Okay, class is a keyword. Just a minute. Class is the keyword. Don't use as variable. Okay, don't use this as a variable. No. Class after class name. Okay, class name. And here, okay, here if you have any other classes inherit, okay, any other classes are there, then you can inherit here. For time being, I will write two syntaxes. Okay, this is a one syntax. After that, your statements. Okay, statements. Now one more syntax. Class. Okay, class name. Okay, inherit. Okay, inheritance class I will write. Inheritance class name. Okay, now again your statements. Statements in the sense, guys, like your code. Okay, so this is a syntax. Now how we will call? Okay, up to this it's a simple like a class. How we will call? We need to create one object. Okay, one object, anything you can take. For time being, I am taking a1. A1 is my class object. Okay, indirectly class variable. Now what is that? Class name. Okay, class name. And you can print. Okay, you can print a1. Okay, like this. Okay, like this. For first one, this one is a your syntax. Okay, or what I will do, control x. Okay, this is like a first syntax. If you go for one more, again a2 I am taking this time. A2 is equal to class name. Okay, class name inside inherit class, right? That is also like a class name only. Now print a2. So methods you can use, guys. Okay, here I am showing a2 means you can print a2 or its methods also. Okay, now how we will write our main program or something like a example. So here I am taking like a class Okay, my first class. Okay, class. I am not inheriting anything at the time being, but I want to use x is equal to 10. Okay, x is equal to 10. Now a1 is equal to my first class. Okay, my first class, print a1. What I want x. Okay, I want x to print. Generally when we are using, okay, just a minute. Yeah, okay, this is like a my object. Okay, this is like a my object, or something like a, what is my object name declared here, like a a1. Okay, this is like a my object. So inside object, okay, inside object, what I am doing, I am creating x is equal to 10. Okay, like this also you can write, guys. And one more thing, like this also you can write. So object you can write like this only better. Okay, x is equal 10 we declared here. Okay, this is like a my first class object. Okay, my first class object. Okay, what I am doing, I am indicating my first class object with a1. Okay, how I am indicating, I am indicating with a1. So whenever I require this 10, okay, x value, whenever I require this x value, this is like a object inside values, right? Object inside values. So we need to give dot. Okay, we need to give a dot. After that you can call that particular method. Okay, or particular variable. Which one you want, you can use like this. Okay, dot method we use for extracting. Okay, extracting inside variables and methods. Okay, inside variables and methods, if you want, we use a dot. So now now just a minute, guys. Python students inside morning batch. Okay, inside classes. Okay, enough. Now ls. Okay, I got a my file name as a class test.py. Class test.py. Now Python, wait guys. Okay, Python class test.py. Okay, what happened? Just wait. Control yes. Yeah, okay, it is not saved previously. Now it is fine. Now I got a x value. Okay, I got a x value. Like this you can use n number of variables inside a class. Generally when we are using functions, okay, when we are going with the functions, function inside values or inside variable you can't use it directly. Okay, something like if my function, this is like my fun1 or f1 or anything. Okay, I can't use this side, this variable inside my main. Okay, inside my main I can't use this one, right? If I want to use, I need to make it as a global. Okay, I need to make it as a global. But what I am doing in a classes. Okay, in a classes you can use. Okay, you can use, this is my class now. Okay, what is my class? This is like my first class, something like that. So inside I am declaring one variable x is equal to 10. Okay, x is equal to 10. I am able to use this one, but not directly, but you can use the method. Okay, like a, something like a class object. Okay, a1 or b1 or c1, something like that. Then after your variable name. Okay, then after your variable name, like this you can use, guys. Now now I'm having two variables. Okay, anyway I will save this. Control c, control v. control question. Yes. So now this time I am giving x and y. Y is equal to, this time I am giving like a 100. Okay. Y is equal to 100 or something like a 200 I will change. Okay. Y is equal to 200. Now I want to call y. Okay. I can't call y directly like this. Okay. Y directly like this. If you call like this, it will show like the variable is not defined. Okay. Variable is not defined. Y is not defined. Okay, what is our variable? That variable is not defined, like that it is showing. So you can't call directly by using variable name. You need to mention the class name. Okay. Sorry, yes. Now how to declare a1 dot y. A1 dot y. Now if we observe, we got a x value and y value. X and y values we got. Now if I want, okay, if I want to check any print or anything if I want to write, anything if I want to write, then how to write? Or if I want to print something here in a class, so how to print? Control C. Okay, here I am writing like a print x, okay, print y. So here you can call directly. You don't call from here. Okay. If you want to call here, you can directly use. Okay. Whenever you want to call outside the class. Okay. Outside the class, you can use a dot method. Okay. Now, yeah, I got the same like a previous output. Okay. This is like my previous output. This is inside class we are calling. Okay. Inside class we are calling. Here is also same. Inside. This is like a outside, not this is inside, this is outside. Got it right there? Now if I want to write some any other text also, you can write here something like I'm writing print this is inside first class. Okay, my first class. Now yes, so we are getting like this. So like this, if you want to write any logic, you can simply write like this also. Like this is simple function kind of behavior it is showing. So, but class use is not this. Okay, class we will use as for like a security purpose, inheritance. Okay, if we want a polymorphism also we can do. Okay, so anyway, we will do that. We will see now. Now, first we will go with the init method. Okay, first we will go with the init method. Okay, what is this init method? How to write a syntax? Okay, syntax class. Okay, class your class name. Okay, class underscore name. Okay, then after writing or not writing. Okay, anyway, we are writing without a parenthesis, right? Open close parenthesis. If we are writing open close parenthesis, what will happen we will see. Then after we will discuss on this one. Just a minute. Class. Now anyway, I will comment for time being. Okay, now I am using parenthesis. Okay, parenthesis. So previously I am not using parenthesis. Now I am using parenthesis. Now observe the output, guys. Yeah, same output, right? If you are using parenthesis or not using parenthesis, the output is same. Okay, when inheritance is there, then that time output will be little different. But when you are using normally like this, there is a no difference in the output. Okay, anyway, Now if you want to use, you can use. If you don't want, you can't use. Okay. Now class name, what is the underscore underscore init method? Okay, we call this one as a, okay, init method we call as a default constructor. Okay, default constructor, guys. So this is like a mandatory, okay, a mandatory method. Okay, so if you are not writing, okay, if you are not writing this method, Python automatically create this method. Okay, if you are not writing, what it will do, Python will create internally. Okay, but this is like a mandatory method. You need to write with this one only. Sometimes if you forget to write, then also not a problem. Python will create a default constructor for us. Okay, underscore underscore init method is called for a default constructor. Now def, okay, def underscore underscore init, and self is the keyword. Okay, self keyword. After that, if you have any variable names, you can write a variable names. Okay, variable or variables I am writing. Now after that, whatever statements you are having, whatever variables you are having, okay, variable declaration I write variable declarations. Okay, like that I am writing. Now what is this underscore underscore init method is, simply it is like a default constructor. We will call it as a default constructor. If we are mentioning or not mentioning this one, Python will what create this method internally. Okay, now now we will go with one example. Class, okay, what I will write a student. Okay, student is a my class name. Okay, what is my class name? Student is my class name, so time being I don't want parenthesis. Now def, okay, def underscore underscore init and self after colon. Here I am writing simple print statement for time being. Okay, this is the default constructor in student class. Okay, in student class. Got it right, guys? Now how to call this? Student dot, okay, student dot, if we are calling or not calling, this will work, guys. Now observe this one. A1 is equal to anything you can take. Okay, I will take as a st. Okay, st stands for shortcut of student. Now, okay, I am not calling this underscore underscore init method. Okay, what I am saying, this is like a default constructor, so it will be called automatically. If you are not creating, it's a fine. If you are creating, it will create. Okay, if you are calling, no issue. If you are not calling, that will be called automatically. Okay, that will be called automatically. Now see, print st. Okay, I am not calling this method, guys. Underscore underscore init method I am not calling. Now observe the output. Control yes. Okay, if you observe, okay, if you observe, this is mentioned in my default constructor. Okay, this is the default constructor in student class. So I not called this function. Okay, I not called so. And one more thing, when you are writing def outside the class, okay, when you are writing def outside the class, that is called function, guys. Okay, those are called like a functions. Okay, now when you are writing def inside the class, okay, def inside the class, those are called like a method. Okay, remember the difference. Most of the interviews they will ask what is the difference between method and function. So if you are seeing, okay, if you are seeing the syntax, okay, Def only. Def we generally write for creating the function. Okay, we will write creating the function, but here also we are using def. But the word a little change. When you are writing inside the class, that is called like a method. Okay, when you are writing outside the class, that is called as a that is called as a function. Now anyway, so here I not called this method. Okay, underscore underscore init method, this is we call it as a default constructor. We are not calling this one, but still this line is called. So what Python will do, Python will call a default method or a default constructor indirectly. If you are using or not using, that is a not issue, but it will call. Now now okay, here I want to call one variable. Okay, like a student having his name. Okay, first name last name. So for that, if name I am taking, or you can write first name also, it is fine. Okay, first underscore name. Okay, this is fine. Now how to write this one. Okay, and one more thing, self is also keyword. What it indicates, for this particular class. Okay, student class is here, right? For this particular class, self is like a self indicates for this particular class. Okay, self అనేది ఏం చేస్తుందంటే ఈ పర్టికులర్ క్లాస్ కి అని చెప్పడానికి మనం సెల్ఫ్ అనేది వాడతాం. సెల్ఫ్ ఇస్ లైక్ అ మ్యాండటరీ కీవర్డ్. ఓకే, సెల్ఫ్ ఇస్ అ మ్యాండటరీ కీవర్డ్. You need to remember that. And one more thing, when you are writing, okay, when you are declaring variables, you need to write like this: self dot first name is equal to first name. Okay, now this is like a this one. Okay, this is like a this one. This is we are creating. Okay, you can write any name guys, not only self. మీకు సెల్ఫ్ అని రాయాలని లేకపోతే మీరు ఏదైనా కీవర్డ్ రాయొచ్చు, బట్ రైటింగ్ a first argument is a very important one. Okay, very important one. Then how we will write, if we want to remove self, how we will do that, now we will check. Okay, this one is fine, but I want to write dot okay, dot what I will give inside function. Okay, sorry, inside class I will give the first name like a Sharad. Okay, Sharad. No, I given like a Sharad. Now if I am calling this one or not calling this one, also fine. Now observe the output. Okay, wait. Yeah, okay, I got the object. Okay, I got the object, but what I want, I want this first name. Okay, first name to print. Then how I will get a first name? Okay, how I will get a first name? Then print. Okay, print st inside means my class inside. What is that? First name. Okay, what is that? My first name, right? This one, this variable I want to print. Now observe this one. Okay, first name I got it as a Sarah. Okay, first name I got it as a Sarah. Now so simple guys. If you want to declare, okay, if you want to declare, you can declare the init method. Okay, if you don't want, you can ignore also. It is not like a mandatory, but if you are ignoring, then it will create internally. Okay, it will create internally. Now I will show you one thing, then after we will discuss. Control C. Okay, so this time I am not mentioning anything. Okay, I'm not mentioning anything. Print. Okay, print. This is default constructor. Okay, this is default constructor. Now I am not passing any argument or value from here. Okay, and the first test and second test I not like a first name I not required. Now Observe this one, guys. Okay, if you observe little clearly, so this time I not created anything, but default constructor is called. Okay, default constructor is called. Got it right, guys? So this is like a student object is created. So if you are creating any class means that is like a object. Okay, object. So class is like a blueprint for the object. No, anyway, no, no. Okay, uh, okay. This is fine. No, one monkey fellow is there. Okay, one monkey fellow is there. What he want to write? He want to write like a Rajnikant. Okay, he don't want to write a self. He want to write a Rajni. Okay, observe this one, guys. Rajni. Okay, Rajnikant indirectly Rajni. Now observe this. Okay, I got the output right. Sir, you said self is a mandatory keyword you need to write. Yes, that first place. Okay, that first place is very important. Like there you can write any name. Okay, not only Rajni, not only your name, any name you can write. But a better writing keyword is like a self only. Okay, why we use self? Because related to this class. Okay, what is self indicates? Self declares that that is related to particular class. Okay, now now if okay, if I am writing here something like a printer, printer, this is first name, this is first name of the student, comma Rajni dot first name. Okay, Rajni dot first name. Now observe the output, guys. Sorry. Okay, okay. If you observe here, so this line. First name of the student is Sharad. So this what we got from outside the class means we are passing value from the class and we are getting the value. Okay, we are getting that value here and here also. Okay, these two are inside class only. So we are getting that values now. So like this, you can create n number of variables, guys. You can create n number of variables. You can call them and you can print them. Okay. Now what I am doing? Just a minute. Control C. Now I am writing one more function. Okay. For time being, I am writing display. Okay. Display. Okay. Leave over this self. Here I am modifying again back to self. Self. Okay. Now here I don't want the Rajini self. You can write your name, guys. Okay, it's not an issue. But you need to mention entire everywhere like Rajini, Rajini, like that you need to mention. But what self indicates this is related to this particular class. Now, so I created first variable. Okay, I created first variable. Then after what I am doing, I am writing one more method. Okay, one more method inside the class that is called display. Okay, display. Then I am creating uh, I want to access this first name, but not from the here. Okay, previously what I'm doing, I am calling outside the class. Outside the class I am calling, but I want to print that from here. Okay, I want to print that from here. This line I want to print. Why? Because I will execute this line. Okay, this method it will show this line. Okay, now st dot. Okay, st dot display. St dot display. So what we will do? Okay, this one anyway not required. Control yes. Okay, what we wrote. Okay, I will change this one little. Okay, inside display method. Okay, inside display method. Now, yeah. So what it is showing? It is showing like a inside display method. So what we are doing previously we are directly using methods. Suppose when we are using list data type, we use like a list dot append. Okay, list dot append, list dot remove, list dot something something we use it, right? List dot add, okay, insert something, these methods we used, right? Direct dot insert we used. So these methods declared somewhere in the python core. Okay, somewhere in the python core, and those methods we directly called. Okay, those methods we directly called. This is like a class is list is like a object. Okay, list is like a class object or class. We are using inside methods. Okay, inside methods, these are called methods. That time only I informed like these are methods we called directly when we required. That time we called this method. So now what we are doing, we are creating our own class and our own methods. Okay, our own class and our own methods we are creating. Why? Because these are like a inbuilt one. Okay, inbuilt one, but every time we will not go with inbuilt one. So for that we are creating our own classes and our own methods according to our requirement. Now అర్థమైందండి. సో ఇంతకుముందు మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే లిస్ట్లో కానీ సెట్లో కానీ డిక్షనరీలో కానీ వాటిలో ఉన్న మెథడ్స్ అన్ని మనం వాడేసుకుంటున్నాం. బట్ ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే మనకు నచ్చిన మనకు కావాల్సిన రిక్వైర్మెంట్ని బట్టి మనం ఒక క్లాస్ క్రియేట్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. అందులో మెథడ్స్ని డిక్లేర్ చేసుకుంటాం. ఆ మెథడ్స్ ఒకసారి కాగానే వాటిని వాడేసుకుంటాం. రైట్, గాట్ ఇట్? ఎనీవన్ హ్యావింగ్ ఎనీ డౌట్ టిల్ హియర్?
No, sir.
Yeah. So now display method. So like this I can write more variables and more details I can call. And so now I am taking one more variable. Control C, Control V. Student first name comma last name. Okay, student first name comma last name. And here Control C, Control V. So simply I am writing like a inside display method. Okay, no issue, up to here it is fine. First underscore name. Okay, first name, and this is like a last name, self dot last name. Okay, now still alignment issue. No, it's fine. So here self dot last name is equal to last name. If you are not writing self keyword, okay, self keyword, observe this one guys. Okay, okay, now what will happen, you see? So I am removing this one. Okay, I am removing this one. Now so if you observe type error, init underscore means init init underscore this method. Okay, default constructor, one positional required. Okay, one positional required, but last name. Okay, wait, this is not that related error. Yeah, one more last name it is required. So Sharat Chandra I am writing. Okay, Sharat Chandra, like now. Control S. So still we are having error. What is that? First name is not defined. Okay, first name is not defined inside a display method. We are not getting what is that first name. Okay, so if you are passing like functions, okay, if you are passing like functions like this, if you want to pass like this, okay, first name comma last name, okay, first name comma last name, why here I am getting right directly. So anyway, what I will do for time being, I will comment this one, okay. Now control yes. Yeah, what we are doing, we are passing, okay, we are passing Sharat Chandra two values from my class, okay, and inside I am what getting arguments first class and sorry, first name and last name, and here also I am printing that. But when you are observing this, okay, just a minute. Okay, what it is showing, Sharat Chandra takes no arguments, okay, takes no arguments like that. Student class will not take any argument like that, it is showing, but I created two arguments. So what it means, you need to declare, okay, you need to declare this one, then only it will accept, okay, then only it will accept. So this is like a okay, anyway, we created self keyword and first name and last name. Now observe the output. Sorry. So st display, okay, display missing one required positional argument last name. So here I not mentioned okay any self, first name last name I mentioned, but what it is considering, it is considering first name as a self, and it is showing like a error at last name, error at last name, but that is not the case. Actually we not declared self. Okay, now I am declaring self. Now if you observe the output, control yes. Okay, now see, display missing two required positional argument, first name and last name. Okay, first name and last name. So what self is do? Self will catch these words. Okay, self will catch first name and last name from outside the class. Okay, from here we are sending values, right? This self will catch these values. Okay, and it will store in self dot first name and self dot last name. Okay, whenever you want. Okay, whenever you want, you can write like this: self dot first name. Okay, self dot last name. Now here you need not to mention. Okay, if you are mentioning self, that is enough. Okay, self already having first name and last name, whenever you are calling first name and last name, it will automatically print. Now observe the output. Yeah, I got output, right? So inside display, first name is Sharath and last name is Chandra. So Sharath Chandra we got. Anyone having any doubt, guys, till here? సింపుల్ అంటే మీరు గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాల్సింది ఏంటి అంటే, ఇన్నిట్ మెథడ్ మనం వాడాలి అని గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. ఓకే, ఇన్నిట్ మెథడ్ వాడాలి. తర్వాత ఏ మెథడ్స్ మీరు రాయాలనుకుంటారో ఆ మెథడ్స్ అన్ని రాసేయండి. రాసేటప్పుడు మీరు ఎక్కడ కూడా మీరు సెల్ఫ్ ఫస్ట్ నేమ్ సెకండ్ నేమ్ ఈ వేరియబుల్స్ నేమ్ లేదు, లైక్ సెల్ఫ్ డాట్ ఫస్ట్ నేమ్. ఓకే, ఐ విల్ షో యూ దట్ వన్ ఆల్సో. కంట్రోల్ సి, కంట్రోల్ వి, సరే. Now self dot first name comma self dot last name. Okay, if we are writing like this, what will happen? You see what happened? Self dot invalid syntax. Okay, invalid syntax. So you need not to mention like this. Okay, it is not required. Self, if you are mentioning self, that is enough. So you need not to mention like this. Got it right, guys? Okay, this is not required. Okay, now yeah, this much is enough. Once again we will check the output. Yeah, we got the output. Okay, so here we are not doing anything. Okay, we are doing something like a default constructor we are creating. Okay, inside default after in, inside default constructor we are calling, or we are taking two values from the calling class. Okay, from where we are calling, outside the class we are calling. So that particular class variables we are printing, but generally we can print in init method only. But what we are doing in init method, okay, in init method, if we are calling something or if we are writing something, okay, if we are writing something, that will be printed automatically. Okay, that will be printed automatically. So because of that reason, okay, because of that reason we are not printing anything in a default constructor. Okay, now I will show you why we need not to write a print here. Okay, we can write, guys, but this is the default constructor. Okay, default constructor. Now observe, I am not calling init method, but still if you observe, now this is the line printed. Okay, default constructor. Got it right, guys? So if you are not calling also, that will be printed. Okay, and if you see this one, okay, I don't want a display method also to call. Okay, I'm mentioning simple like a class. Okay, simple class. Now observe the output. Okay, simply I mentioned like a class st variable. I am not doing anything, but still in output what happened, it is printed, guys. Default constructor is printed. So if you are mentioning one variable also, default constructor will call. Okay, called by python and our interpreter, then it will display that what is there in a printer, that will be displayed. So don't write any print statement in a default constructor. If you are writing, it will be printed in output. Okay, if you are calling or not calling, okay, it will be printed. Now control C. Okay, now now yeah, this one. So here I am taking like a first name and last name. If I want a like a default value, something like a 40. Okay, or I will take like a name, right? Name here I will take like a Madhu. Okay, Madhusudan. Okay, Madhusudan. Now I don't want this line. Now if I am passing something Sharat Chandra from here, but here I took like a Madhusudan. Okay, the first name is like a Madhu and the last name is like a Sudan. Now observe the output, guys. Dot display. So this time I don't want to write print. Okay, I don't want to write print because inside my display print statements already there. Okay, inside the display print statements already there. Now this time you need not to write like this. Okay, print st dot display. Okay, like this it is not required. Okay, it is not required. Observe this output, guys. Okay, none it is printing. Okay, what print is doing, print is printing none after this display function done. Okay, after display function done, what it is doing, it is printing like a done. So you don't write a in a print. Okay, direct method you can call. Okay, if you have any return values, that time you can take. Okay, if you have any return values, that time you can print. But if you don't have any return values, then you need not to write in a print statement. Okay, print function. Now okay, here from here what I am doing, I am passing Sharat Chandra. Okay, I am passing Sharat Chandra, and inside my class, student class, what I am doing, I am taking Madhusudan. Okay, now generally when we are writing functions, okay, when we are writing a function, what will happen, if you are passing some values from your function, calling function, what will happen, okay, it will be overwritten. Okay, it will be overwritten inside the function, but here in a class those only will continue. Okay, those only will continue. So if you observe the output, okay, what I got, just a minute, I not saved. Now, yeah, got a Madhusudan only, but what I am passing, Sharat Chandra I am passing, but I got a Madhusudan only. So little careful with this one. So because of that reason only, don't pass inside this one. Okay, pass like a first name. Okay, here like a last name. Okay, wait. Okay, yes, first name, last name. Got it right, guys? Anyone having any doubt till here? Okay, inside display method, first name is like Sharat and last name like a Chandra. Okay, so from here we are getting that values. Now I want to create one more class object. Okay, one more class object, that is like a st1. Okay, st2 or st3, anything you can take. uh, st is different and st1 is different. Now from here I am calling like a Manoj Kumar. Okay, Manoj Kumar. Now observe the output, guys. First, what it will print? It will print Sharat Chandra. Then after, it will print like a Manoj Kumar. So if you observe little clearly, what is the output? This is like a first two lines output, and this is like a second two. So this is indirectly st object output. This is like a st1 object output. Got it right? Now like this you can call n number of times. So class, total class we will create one time only. Okay, like a function definition, we created definition one time. Okay, definition one time, but we can call n number of times, right? So like this, here you will create a class one time. Okay, you can call that class n number of times, not only one time, you can call n number of times. Now if you observe, okay, uh, chakri chakri power. Okay, chakri power. Now, yeah, if you observe the output, up to this first ST, and this is like ST1, this is for ST2. ST2 we created, or ST1 only we are calling. Yeah, ST1 only we are replacing, not an issue. You can create with another variable also, it is fine, or same variable also, it is fine. Okay, like this you can create n number of methods, guys. Okay, not only one method like display, we can create n number of methods. Okay, now I want to delete this object or delete one variable. Okay, delete one variable. So I don't want that variable. So how to do that? Now control C. Wait. Okay, now, okay, del st dot, okay, st dot first name, st dot first name. Now observe the output, guys. Okay, so what it is showing? It is showing like inside display method first name. Okay, self dot first name. Student object has no attribute first name. Okay, what we are doing, we are deleting first name. Okay, we are deleting first name. So because of that reason, it is showing like a first name is not there. Okay, by using del keyword you can delete. Okay, you can delete that particular variable. Okay, anyone having any doubt? If you want to delete a object, okay, total object, st object, if you want to delete, how you will delete, guys? Control C. Okay, now I want to delete complete object only. Okay, and wait, what I will do, control C. First of all, I will display once, then after I will delete st object, then I am calling like st dot display. What is the output you observe? Now here for differencing purpose, I am writing small code. Okay, double equal to into 30. So up to here, okay, up to here it will work very fine. Then after it will delete. This is also works very fine, but after this one it will show error. No, yeah. Now first two lines it is executed very fine. Okay. After that, that delete method is there. Okay. After this line printing, delete method is there. So that is deleted. That is deleted. But we are not we are unable to get that output. But after that, it is showing like a st.display. Again we called. So it is showing like a name error. St is not defined. st is not defined. So we already deleted that. Okay, del object we already deleted. So because of that it is showing like a st is not defined. Got it right, guys? Now, now if I don't want to write this much, okay, my manager or my tech lead informed that, architect informed that, only mention the like a class. Okay, mention the class, don't write anything. Okay, like that he said. Then how to handle that kind of empty class, guys? Indirectly it is like an empty class. So how you will handle empty classes? Control C, control V. Okay, if you don't want to write anything, okay, if you don't want to write anything, then you can use the pass keyword. Okay, pass keyword, and you don't want to mention this all. Now now observe the output, guys. Yeah, no error. It is created, we called the init method, it is there, but we are not understanding init method is there or not. So anyway, we wrote simple pass. So this is like a empty class. Okay, later you can use or you can write the code. No, this is fine. No, sometimes we said like a dark string will be used in functions and classes. Okay, functions and classes, dark string, dark string. Okay, now here before this, okay, why we write a dark string, guys? This is the student class. Here we will take the student first name and student last name. Okay, now this much is fine. This much is fine. Now I want to print a doc string. Okay, now I want to print a doc string. How can I print? Okay, how can I print a? Observe this one, guys. Print a st dot underscore underscore doc underscore underscore. Okay, if it is not working, then we need to mention like a parenthesis. Okay, got it right, guys? This is like a documentation string. Okay, documentation string. Generally if we are writing triple quotes and triple quotes, uh, it is like a multi-line comments. Okay, it is like a multi-line comments, but here if we are mentioning like triple quotes and triple quotes, it is declared as a doc string. Okay, and that too you need to mention at the start of the class only. If you are writing somewhere, okay, if you are writing somewhere, just a minute guys, control C. Now control V. I want to copy this one, control C. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now, yeah, wait. Okay, some name I am passing. Now, yeah, I got the doc string. Okay, I got the doc string. So we are mentioning at the starting of the class. Okay, if I want to mention somewhere in the middle, okay, somewhere in the middle like this or somewhere here. Okay, anyway, I will mention somewhere here. Now, observe the output guys. What it is showing? This time doc string showing like a none. Okay, doc string showing like a 9. Because of that reason only you need to write at the starting of the class. Okay, starting of the class you need to mention. Anyone having any doubt guys till here? Or can anyone doubt on the doc string law?
Yeah, it's fine only.
Okay, so doc string we will specially use for function and class only. Okay, remaining places not required that much. Anyway, we will not write also. uh, just give me 1 second guys, not getting the topic. Okay. Okay, anyway, we are using student class guys. Okay, you can use employee class also, that is not an issue. Any class you can use using class statements. Okay, creating objects for classes. Okay, we done this one. Wait, we created objects, right? st1, st2, st3, like that we created objects, right? So that is
Yes.
done. Okay, class statement done. Methods in the classes means you can write more methods guys, but now anyway we wrote this one. Difference between methods inside the class, outside the class. Yes, this one means if you are writing outside the class, okay, outside the class, that is called as a function guys. Remember this word. Okay, that is called as a function. If you are writing inside the function, inside the class, that is called as a method. Okay, remember these two words, very important interview question anyway. Now a self keyword we done. Okay, yeah, encapsulation we not checked, anyway not an issue. And then after we are having inheritances. So what we will do, we will start the session here only. Tomorrow we will first start with encapsulation, then we will continue with all inheritances. Okay, all inheritances, then one by one we will go over. Fine.
Sir,
Anyone having
sir,
any doubt till here?
sir,
Fine.
సార్
Yes.
సార్ ఇది అప్పుడు ఒకసారి ఒక క్యాలిక్యులేటర్ క్రియేట్ చేయమని చెప్పారు కదా
అవును అవునండి.
అది నేను ట్రై